Good afternoon, everyone. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard it in the news, but just a few months ago, on February 7th, a non-binary teenager in Oklahoma was hospitalized after being attacked in the restroom by a group of classmates. The 16-year-old's name was Next Benedict, and unfortunately, their body was found a day later after they took their own life. As the younger generation of this country, us of all people should be the primary group taking steps towards transgender inclusivity to ensure tragedies like this never happen again. And as someone who falls under the trans spectrum myself, I can guarantee you I am more than qualified to be speaking on this topic today. That being said, rather than implementing restrictions on public bathrooms and changing facilities, we should instead be taking action to promote more gender-inclusive policies. By debunking transphobic rhetoric, examining its harmful effects, and posing solutions to fight against discrimination, I intend to show you just how much of a hindrance bathroom bills are to this country. To begin, let's identify the primary narrative that's being pushed. The main and essentially only arguments being used to defend bathroom bans is the myth that gender inclusivity will open doors to sexual predators and that men will disguise themselves as women to attack vulnerable individuals. Countering this, however, in 2014, Executive Director Amy Sneerson of the Maine Human Rights Commission stated that the state's non-discrimination law hadn't led to any increased sexual abuse, even going to say that she, quote, personally has not seen any factual basis for sexual assault fears. Although this is just one of the many refutes to this claim, in all honesty, if men wanted to attack women and children in public changing facilities, they wouldn't go playing dress up, they would just do it. This has been proven time and time again, and we know this because just this past January, ABC 13 News stated that a group of 7 men sexually assaulted 2 toddlers in the bathroom of a Galleria mall. Now, after having pinpointed the absurd reasoning behind bathroom bills, let's look at the harmful effects it actually brings. Starting off, discriminatory policies such as these actually raise acts of violence rather than lower them. Just ask Noah Ruiz, a transgender man who was forced to use the women's bathroom. In July 2022, the 20-year-old was attacked by a woman who was disturbed by his presence and then was further assaulted by 3 men waiting for him outside. Alongside the hate crimes, transphobic bathroom restrictions contribute greatly to gender dysphoria, a medical condition that can lead to things like depression, emotional distress, and as I mentioned at the beginning, suicide. Outside of the trans community, however, multitudes of people across the country have been rallying together to protest for trans rights. Just last month even, hundreds of people marched at the Oklahoma Capitol in response to Nex's death. Although I could go on and on about the violent effects of bathroom discrimination and the issues it poses to the transgender community, the only real thing that would make change is discussing possible solutions. Seen in states like California, legislative efforts should be taken in order to require gender-neutral areas in K-12 schools in order to accommodate to the needs of trans youth. Senator of the state, Josh Newman, even told CNN on September 25th last year that it was, and I quote, only fair that everybody has access to a restroom without fear of outing, bullying, or stigmatization, end quote. On a much bigger scale, we all should make an effort to contact our legislative representatives on both a district and state level. While Texas is one of the many states that has yet to impose a restriction on public changing facilities, there are no non-discrimination laws that have been put in place either. Lastly, but most important of all, it is necessary to spread awareness on the issue in order to inspire others across the nation to apply more pressure on the legislative bodies. Because it's not fair that people are able to use the bathroom that aligns with their gender in the state of Texas, but not in states like Utah or Florida, where it's deemed a criminal offense. Well, with all these ways to take action, just allow me to leave you with something to think about. After looking at the one cause, the many effects, and the attainable solutions, it should be more than understood how dire it is for us to fight against bathroom bans. Transgender people have been living amongst us the entire time, using the bathroom and not causing an issue. The only people causing an issue are the bigots who support bills like this becoming law. Thank you.